How goes it, everyone? I am the world famous Fat Kid, and we're gonna do a little something something. I'm just gonna discuss free agency, just kind of a recap, if you will, because this year has been crazier than I can remember in the past. I don't know, 5 to 10 years. Sauce Gardner, I believe, put it best when he tweeted something along the lines of, who's playing Madden franchise? Because people were just moving. And I'm not going to go over everybody because I don't care about everybody. And there's some lesser known names that I may not honestly have known that they moved because didn't hear about it. But trades, signings. So, to my knowledge, it all kicked off with Chris Jones re signing with the Chiefs. I mean, I kind of saw it coming. He's having great success with a very successful, very good team. Why would you leave? You know? And then the next thing I heard, I'm trying to remember who was it? Ah, it doesn't matter because it went absolutely crazy, I believe Monday with let's see here. Saquon Barkley moving to the Eagles. A 3-year deal. I That is after DeAndre Swift signed with, I think it was the Bears. Or not. Yeah, DeAndre Swift with the Bears. So they lost Swift and upgraded with Saquon Barkley. As long as Philly doesn't get lackadaisical at the end of the year like they did last year, that is going to be a terrifyingly good team. On paper. Of course, this is all on paper. Let's see here. Derrick Henry signed with the Ravens. Cool. You already had the number one rushing attack. Let's grab another running back that's not going to be used because you have Lamar Jackson. Good job. Unless they're going to try to focus the offense more on Lamar passing and giving the rock to Henry, but I don't see that happening. I really don't. But, of course, that happened for the Ravens because Gus Edwards signed with the Chargers. I don't know which one came first. I'm cheating. I'm looking at a list on my phone to see who signed where because there was just so many. There were so many signings. It was crazy. But I don't know if Gus Edwards signed with the Chargers before or after Henry signed with the Ravens. And another one of these dominoes, Austin Eckler going to the Commanders. So yeah, that left a running back spot on the Chargers. Why did he go to the Commanders? There's a lot of weird things going on with the Chargers right now, and I'm for it because they can be in the basement. Them and Denver can fight for the bottom of the division. I don't care. So, yeah. I mean, there's only one other running back, really. Well, there's two. There's two. There's three. There's three. Tony Pollard signed with the Titans. I actually didn't hear about that until like a day or two after it happened. I guess Tennessee needed to fill a spot. Derrick Henry leaving. Tony Pollard. Sure. Do I think he's worth $24 million over 3 years? No. But that's not for me to decide. I'm not a part of the Tennessee Titans organization. Obviously. So there's Tony Pollard and there's the late to free agency Aaron Jones, who went to the Vikings to to spite the Packers because Green Bay swooped in and signed Josh Jacobs. So the Raiders lose Josh Jacobs. That hurts a little bit. I like Josh Jacobs. He was a physical runner. Didn't necessarily stay healthy, but I like the way he ran. It's going to suck. I'm going to miss having him in the backfield. But you know what? He got his money. 4 years, $48 million. I don't think he's worth that because that's a lot. Honestly, whatever. It doesn't matter. My opinions on that don't matter. It is what it is. Let it go. But yeah, we lost Josh Jacobs. Sad mashed taters. But on top of that, let's see here. Kirk Cousins going to the Falcons for a boatload of money. Baker Mayfield. This is interesting to me. Baker Mayfield staying with the Bucs. Mike Evans staying in Tampa Bay. Some people thought he might retire. I mean, he could. He has nothing really left to prove. But I think with the Bucs another year with those two, they're probably going to win the division. They're probably going to do better than 9-8. Maybe. That's my guess. I think they're going to win the division. They're probably going to get 10-11. They're going to hit double-digit wins. They're going to improve because their chemistry will only get better from here. Watch, I'm going to be completely and utterly wrong. So, then we got Russell Wilson, league minimum, I think. Going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Danger Russ to Steel Town. Ugh, that's ridiculous because Mason Rudolph went to Tennessee and the Steelers traded Kenny Pickett to the Eagles to sign Russell Wilson and trade for Justin Fields. They stole Justin Fields from the Bears for a conditional 6th round pick. Could be a 4th round. That is a highway robbery for what some people considered the next. I don't care. A lot of people like Justin Fields. A lot of people think he's really good. I'm not one of those people. But other people really like Justin Fields. It doesn't matter. A potential starting quarterback for a 6th round pick. I consider that a steal, no matter what. I'm glad we could agree on that. Let's see here. So this is news to me. Jameis Winston signing with the Cleveland Browns. I did not know that. That's interesting. And then the one that matters the most to me in these quarterbacks, Gardner Minshew going to the Raiders. Look, am I excited? Is it a sexy pick? Is it a sexy pickup? No. Is he going to light the world on fire? No. Is there going to be a competition between Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew? Maybe. From what I've read, yes, they're going to compete for the starting job. Is Gardner Minshew bad? No. So, either way, I think there's going to be a decent quarterback. I can't go higher than decent for the Raiders. But with that defense, the signing of, and I want to make sure I called him Wilkinson because, well, I'm a dummy. But it is Christian Wilkins. Christian. What? Christian Wilkins. A defensive tackle from the Dolphins. 4 years, $110 million. Ugh. I think that's overpaying. But like I've discussed with a couple fellow NFL fans, if Crosby and Wilkins can combine for 30 sacks, I understand Wilkins is a defensive tackle, but he put up what was it, 12 sacks last year? I could look it up, but I'm lazy. I got my phone in my hand. But I'm not going to do that cuz all right, fine. I'll look it up. But if him and he had 10. Okay. If him and Max can combine for 30, I don't care if it's 2010, 18-12, 15 apiece. I fine. Fine. They didn't overpay. But I don't see that happening. He's going to help, but I think they overpaid. Okay? Okay. Let's see here. Fletcher Cox retired. That man. I've heard his name a lot. He was constantly sorry, Fletcher Cox, I believe Eagles and Washington. And he was in on everything. So, well, you know what I mean. Let's see here. Belial Nichols went to the Cardinals. That sucks. Because he did pretty well for the Raiders, I thought. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Eric Armstead signed with the Jags. That's not a bad pickup for the Jaguars, although their offense is a little questionable, to say the least. Let's see here. Danielle Hunter going to the Texans. That's a smart move. That is a good pickup for Houston. Edge rusher, hungry. He's really good. Young offensive team. He can help out a lot. Houston they were a playoff team last year. I see them contending for a wild card spot. Or the division. I mean, I still think it's going to be between Jacksonville and Houston, of course. But I think that's an interesting pickup by the Texans. Chase Young signing a 1-year deal with the Saints. Leonard Floyd going to the 49ers. Sorry, that one, I know I've heard it. Was he on the Bills? I don't know. I know I remember that. I've heard that name a lot, actually. Shoo. Oh, Clelin Ferrell signed with the Commanders. Bye. Patrick Queen went to the Steelers. Levante David re-signed with the Bucks. Good for them. Bobby Wagner went to the Commanders. Ooh. Didn't see that one. Devin White, Eagles. See, this is also a chance for me to actually catch up and check out some of the signings that maybe I didn't hear about. Like Denzel Perryman went to the Chargers. I didn't know that. L'Jarius Sneed, franchise tagged by the Chiefs. Ronald Darby went to the Jags, which meh. Amik Robertson, yeah, we lost Amik to the Lions. Hopefully he plays well. Maybe he'll get to be in the playoffs. Let's see here. Antoine Winfield Jr., franchise tag by the Bucks. Kyle Duggar, franchise tag by the Patriots. CJ Gardner-Johnson went to the Eagles. Okay. Jalen Mills, the Giants. Kevin Byard, Bears. Okay. I mean, these aren't necessarily the big time names, because a lot of people focus more on the offense and not the offensive line, which they are heavily underrated. Because you have a bad offensive line, your team isn't doing anything. But what do I know? Let's see here. Schultz stayed with the Texans. Gerald Everett went to the Bears. Austin Hooper went to the Patriots, so we lost. Well, yeah, Mike Mayer, well, whatever. Raiders don't need him. Yeah, that's tight ends. Ooh, big whoop. Ooh. Here we go. T. Higgins stayed with the Bengals. Pittman Jr. stayed with the Colts. I already talked about Evans. Hollywood Brown into the Chiefs. Whatever. Calvin Ridley. That's an interesting one. Going to the Titans. 4 years, $92 million. Tennessee didn't want to pay A.J. Brown, but they end up paying Calvin Ridley a couple years later. I would have preferred A.J. Brown. Honestly. That's me. Curtis Samuel went to the Bills. Westbrook Akine stayed with the Titans. Oof. Mac Hollins is now a Bill. That really sucks. He was good for the Raiders 1 year, and then he got out of there before the dumpster fire. Or no, he was year one of the dumpster fire. Never mind. Okay, I honestly think that's most of the big names. The trade for Justin Fields was crazy. Pickett getting shipped off by the Steelers, which Steelers now have Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. Derrick Henry going to the Ravens, Josh Jacobs to the Packers, Saquon Barkley going to the Eagles just blew my mind. Yeah, it was a very busy first couple days, and then after that flurry, it died down for maybe 2-3 days, and then crazy stuff happened again. Like, this is interesting. I can't say that I'm going into the season just yet with any kind of hope. Granted, we still have the draft, but anybody who's talked to me about this knows I don't care about the draft. Too many top 5 picks that have been burned. Too many first round picks that have been wasted. Like I mentioned, Clelin Ferrell. He was a first rounder, I believe, 4th overall a couple years back. Yeah. I'm done being burned with picks, so I don't care. That's how I look at it. But free agency was really crazy. A lot of people moving. A lot of same faces, new teams going on. I think that's an ESPN Sports Center reference. Could be. Noah Fant went, re-signed with the Seahawks. Okay, cool. Yeah. There we go. That's just a quick little recap. Few thoughts, few opinions. Let me know if you lost one of your favorite players for your favorite team. I'm kind of curious. There might be somebody here who I'm overlooking. Let me know what you think. All right. I guess until the next one, whenever that may be, because it's not football season yet. Maybe I'll do something for the draft. I don't know. I guess we'll have to find out. Till then, have a good one.